Well, it's a cool morning out today, but we are heading over to Kyle and Heather's to work on electrical. We're getting close to getting that finished up, so got to get it done. So we're here at Kyle and Heather's house. Let's see what we're going to do today. Hey, what you working on?
Well, I was gonna finish this. The only thing is, careful, that's not screwed down anymore.
Okay.
Because these are this is more 42 than this. I didn't realize why you asked me, or why you said get 48s. But because these are longer than 42, that's why.
Right.
So I'm just gonna move all these down here.
Well, cool.
Yep.
So I'm upstairs in the kids' bedrooms now, and I've got boxes that I've mounted on the wall here, and the next thing for me to do would be to start running wire from box to box, just to create the circuits. So a lot of what you're doing here is just putting your boxes in the wall and running wire from box to box to box, and then back to the panel. Sometimes there's a little bit of a challenge getting from box to box. In this case, I want to go from that box over to that box. The problem is right here in the corner, there is a pretty solid pillar there. So what I ended up doing was I went from this box over to the corner, went down through the floor into the floor system, and came back up. Sometimes the best route is not just a straight line. So we got all the wiring pulled for the bedrooms upstairs. The wiring to all the boxes is complete. Also, the lights. In the lights in these bedrooms, we're just gonna do LED circle lights in the bedroom. So we've hung 4 down, and then we are planning a fan. And so I've hung a box and screwed that box into a supporting stud member just to give it strength. Don't want that fan wobbling around and loosening and falling. So anyway, both bedrooms are about the same. Got lights here in the closets. One thing I'll need to do before the inspector comes is go ahead and make up all these boxes, strip the wires back, attach all the grounds, tuck the wires back in the box. I'll make the inspector up.
So Dad Green and I did a little bit of work off camera. It wasn't a ton of work. Not a lot of it was too interesting. I finished framing part of the bathroom, and then Dad Green went along and blocked the walls. I'll show you. So we're blocking every seam of plywood because it's not perfect. And then I also walking over here to the bathroom. You know, this is the bathroom. I finished this wall. So I worked on that, and while Dad Green was continuing blocking, I thought, you know what, I'll work on some stair treads, because our stairs have been looking like this. I got a little ways, and it started to look finished and feel satisfying. So I was like, ooh, I should stop, because this is kind of satisfying and nice to see. So today, in this set of clothes, I'll probably finish up the stairs, then I'll also build a wall. So right where you see this 2x4, there'll be a wall that will be in here, all the way up to this part of the staircase. I'll probably have the wall come right up to above the stair treads that are gonna be over here. And then I'll cap it, of course, but then I'll probably have my balusters and railing sitting on that. Maybe it'll give me the opportunity to be able to put in a railing so the kids can go down the stairs, or at least it'll make us less nervous for the kids going down the stairs and falling. Obviously, the upstairs is still off limits. I gotta get a railing up there. I'll get there eventually. I'll get there, but yeah. All right, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take all of this hard work that I've done off, and I'm going to put it on the lower section. The reason why is because this the stair treads on this side are maybe a little bigger than 42 inches, but the lower ones are all exactly 42 inches. I've got some 48-inch stair treads, and these are all 42-inch stair treads. It was so close to 42, I thought, I'll use it. See along the edges, all of this will have carpet on it, so it's not like it'll be that big of a deal. But if I have a 48-inch stair tread, I'll cover all that up, and it'll all look just fine. And then all this plywood that I've cut will work perfect down there. And then I'll just go and cut more plywood for up here. Really, it's almost as if you didn't miss a thing with me working on this. It's been a long time coming installing this kicker board. Hasn't been doing a whole lot. So yeah, I just haven't had the ram set, and then I brought the ram set the other day, and I forgot those. Man, sometimes forgetting is the worst thing. I'm learning my lesson here. I've had to break so many screws already. Dad Green has told me don't bury them. I know, why not? Lucas, come to join me. He's a friendly guy. You're into Crew. Yeah, this is Crew. He's one of the neighbor's dogs. He comes and visits every once in a while. Okay, got the stair treads on. Yay, that's satisfying. It's really nice to go down them. Now it looks more like a staircase. Now that I've got the stair treads or the stairs done, stair treads on, I'm gonna work on that wall that's gonna be in between these two sets of stairs. And that'll go up, and it'll be, the top plate will be at an angle, pretty much right where that little gap is. There's the wall. We can actually put we might be able to put railings up and allow kids to come up and down the stairs soon. Once I got the two main studs in, just had to go along and get the top plate in and then guesstimate where things were, and it works out. Okay, you've seen us wire a lot of the house, or at least pulling wire, and we're going to attempt working on the grand room, getting all the light circuits and all the outlets run. It's gonna be it's a big area, tall area, and we're gonna have to build the scaffolding to get up there and run lights. So we're gonna get to it. With scaffold and ladder, I can change any light bulb. Otherwise,
Yeah, the scaffold has to be cleaned before it comes in the house though.
I know.
Well, if you're putting those LEDs up there, hopefully they'll last a really long time.
Hopefully.
I mean, how many on that bank right there? Are you just thinking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Call them 5, or you putting 10 there?
Well, see, that's the thing. I don't think, 10 sounds excessive.
Especially when you got 10 on the other side, I think that's hugely excessive.
If that's the case, then go with 6-inch on either side, a total of 12.
29 and I find myself wondering what did happen to the last 10. I ran away with my life, fast forward, never turn back again. It's kind of funny that the more we pass time, the more we need to set the rewind. And 19 was the year I had to leave you, but now I'm seeing all the signs.
So you can see what we did. Just ran wire for the lights up in the ceiling and for a fan in the center. I like the flat LED lights, so we'll have 6 of them up in that ceiling, and they'll be the 6-inch rounds.
Is this really happening? I can't believe it's true. I'm just as surprised as you. Is this really happening? I can't be too sure, but one day I'll be yours again. Life lessons come 1 in a dozen. The other 11 get something from nothing. I sit here looking for an answer. Maybe the biggest question was in the last chapter. You gave me the soul I have today. Without you I never could have moved away. But now I seek what you teach. I do believe I always should have stayed. Yeah. Is this really happening? I can't believe it's true. I'm just as surprised as you. Is this really happening? I can't be too sure, but one day I'll be yours again.
All right, well, I'm pretty sure we finished the wiring. I say pretty sure because we haven't had the inspection yet to say, yeah, you finished your wiring. This is our panel. Tried to keep it as neat as possible. It gets pretty full, pretty quick. There's an empty space right here, and that's because it's gonna be the future basement outlets for when we do finish the basement. That way I can just run it here. However, this did not come without some mistakes. A mistake that I probably won't ever do again. The mistake was this. One, I bought the wrong wire for an electric stove the first time around. A 6 gauge is what's needed because of the heat from the stove. So you have to just go with the larger wire. Well, I purchased some 6'2" wire thinking it was normal, but I was wrong. You need 6'3" wire. That was mistake number one, and that was about 180 bucks. Right there. That right there. Now I know. I learned. But we got the actual wire that we needed and ran that into the box. Now the second mistake that I made while doing all this had to do with my AC unit. I have the AC unit and I have my furnace already, and I got this disconnect for the AC unit that's supposed to attach to the exterior of the house. Well, it said 60 amps. I'm like, oh, okay, so this thing's gonna take 60 amps. That's a lot of power. Didn't think about it, but okay, I read that box, I said that that's what it is, and I bought wire that was capable of handling 60 amps. Yeah, all that. All this. That wasn't right. When I got here, after getting that wire, I opened up the bag to connect the AC unit to that disconnect, and I had this little stuff, a little 10 gauge strand copper wire. That seems, this thing's 60 amps, seems kind of small. What I learned is read the stuff on your appliances. Right here it says minimum circuit ampacity is 21.6 amps. Max fuse or max circuit breaker, 35 amps. Not 60. But we were still able to run the wire and at least call for an inspection, because we had some leftover 10-3 wire that works for 30 amps. But I even bought myself a 60 amp breaker. Well, you live and learn. Okay, so Dad, explain your thoughts about the inspection, the electrical rough-in that we just had.
Was that an inspection? That was like 10-second walkthrough.
Literally, all he did was walk through, look around, go downstairs, check the panel, said, "You're good to go," and walked out.
We got the sticker. It says approved.
Yay.